All right, you guys. Sorry for this one being late. It's 4th of July. Happy 4th. So I got to worst of the internet response to Hussy's accusations. So he cleared out the air. So this is what he had to say about the whole fallout.
Um, with respect to this whole hussy thing, I really don't want to address this. It's not worth my time. And apparently, he thinks I'm completely irrelevant too. Like I said, I mean, I'm sorry that I don't get enough viewers. That's okay. Um,
And honestly, that is one of the worst personal traits I've noticed of Hussies. You're not big enough, so therefore, whatever, you can do anything for me. I'm better than you. That is the worst personality trait because honestly, Hussy, in the scheme of things, you're really irrelevant too. In the scheme of things, let's be for real.
I'll be okay. I think. That's fine. As far as everything Hussy's saying, all of it's lies. I don't know what the fuck has gotten into him. To me, it seems obvious that he's going through something right now. I don't know, and I don't care. But frankly, I've never had anybody lie on me this badly. And for me, I don't even know where to begin with the fucking lies because he literally tried to tell people today that I was buying subs. And
Oh my God, you guys, that is so crazy. That is so insane. And I know he went off on Sama, and Sama does not deserve that. I was looking for that clip. Maybe, how you get hyper focused on something, you miss it because it's so hyper focused. But somebody does have the clip, so I'll be using what they grabbed from Hussy, him going off on Sama, and I'll be reacting to that. But I have a long list of videos that I want to get to first. Some of these back and forths really are not time sensitive, so I can always go back to them and put our videos on. So I'm just trying to get out stuff that are time sensitive with what's going on right now, trying to get those out first. But I'm just saying that to say, like, some of the videos, eventually I will get to them.
and uh, thanks for the compliment, I guess. One more, because Hussy ain't shit. So, okay, I'm done. F you, Hussy. Thank you for becoming another cow, Big Bog. Oh, Lord. I feel like if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them for a couple of minutes. But, like, all I can say is almost everything he's saying is lies. I have never been in DMs with Sylviel. Now, she's been around here. I've talked to her before, but I've never been in DMs with Sylviel. He's referring, I'm guessing, like, whoever's telling him this shit is ridiculous. I'm guessing he's referring to some things that Sylviel said in Hekate's Discord, which I'm also in, but I didn't agree with her or anything. I didn't even say anything. I guess he thinks, and by the way, Sama, do you see what I see? Because he did the same fucking thing to me. I guessing he thinks that because Sylviel's talking shit in Hekate's Discord, that I have to jump down her throat and be like, don't talk about Hussy that way. That's not true. And in fact, I don't even remember what it's not important if I'm going to be honest. If he wants to show these DMs that I had with Sylviel, be my guest. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. The other thing that he said was that I was on him about money. I never was on him about money. I was being snarky and making a joke, and I was ribbing him because he's been growing his channel off of these bloodbaths that he's been hosting on his stream.
And with all honesty, I have been enjoying these unintentional bloodbaths 2025. Except for what is said is you actually see people spewing out how they actually felt about the other person for a long time. And that's an issue with relationships and friendships of convenience. This is bound to happen, unfortunately. This is bound to happen. And I do believe some of these relationships are one-sided, where the one side honestly thinks the other person is a friend, and the other side just looks at the other person as befriending people to get what they want to get at, and that is sad to see, honestly.
And that's fine. Congratulations, Hussy. Good for you. I'm sure you'll do great growing your channel until you get banned again for ban evading. I don't really care. But I never brought up money at all. I don't know why he's saying that I did. I never brought up money. In fact, I had to rewatch that because I didn't remember this comment that I made. On that panel, when we were on there with Potato, I said something like, well, was this worth the $300? I was talking to Potato. I wasn't talking to him. And
And honestly, Woti wasn't even nasty about the whole thing because I remember that panel. He was just up there. He couldn't wait to get down. He didn't say anything nefarious or anything rude or anything like that. So I don't understand why Hussy took it that way. It makes no sense to me.
Really don't care. And here's another thing. Since Hussy wants to flex money so badly, let me tell you a story because he's right. He got a $300 super chat from Potato that night. Because he was like paying to have people come up on stream. When Potato said she wanted me on stream, you know what I did? I immediately went up on panel before a number could even be offered because I didn't want her to pay anything to have me on stream. I genuinely like Potato. And when she said that thing about nobody likes me for me, that shit broke my heart. Potato, I want you to understand something. I didn't know you had money, okay? And when I came on Fresh Garbage's panel that first time and I talked to you, I liked you. I like you for you. I promise you. If nobody else around here is willing to say that, I'll say it. I like you for you because when we talked, you actually listened. You actually sat back, let me say my piece, and I don't, we don't have to agree on things at all. But like she's willing to listen, she's willing to talk, she's willing to see your side of things.
And now, honestly, the unfortunate thing for Potato, hopefully she's mentally prepared for this, you are going to have a lot of creators trying to poach you to be in the chats because now they know you're willing to throw around a lot of money. It's not going to matter whether they actually like you or not. That's going to be the unintentional consequence of you making that offer on Hussy's channel. A lot of people are not going to be interested in getting to know you as you, if that makes any sense. So yeah, hopefully you're prepared for that. And honestly, you might have already noticed a shift in the way other creators treat you.
And so, that's what was happening with Hussy. Now, Hussy hated her a week ago until he realized she was an ATM he could tip over.
And honestly, I hate to admit it, but it is true. It is absolutely true. It's sad to see, it's sad to say, but it is true. I completely 100% agree with Woti on this one. And Hussy wasn't really vibing with Fresh Garbage like that prior, but since he knows that Fresh Garbage and Potato are close, now I notice he's more into Fresh Garbage's live streams. And again, I hate to admit it, but that's the optics we're getting, Hussy. That is the optics that we are getting, unfortunately.
And so now he's doing this. Well, let me tell you something, Hussy. You got a $300 super chat that night. Guess what happened the next day? The next day, I went live on my M60 channel. Potato wanted to call in. I let her call into the show. I had a nice little conversation with her about how I felt like nobody around here knows how to make any goddamn content. Now, I understand I don't have a place to judge because I've gone sideways this year, and I'll get to that maybe in a minute, but Potato came on. I didn't ask her for money. I didn't ask her for a thing. $250 PayPal. I think I made more than you. Since you want to brag about this shit. But I don't fucking care. And I wasn't going to fucking brag about it either. I don't know what's gotten into him. I don't know if it's like money problems and that's what he's freaking out about. But my issue is like, Hussy, I didn't tell you to kill yourself. I didn't tell you that I didn't accuse you of committing a crime. I didn't do any of that to you. All I did was make a joke with Kate Winslet about, because what happened was Kate Winslet, when Hussy started freaking out at the end of the stream, which by the way, just so you know, there have been people that have told me Hussy freaking out at the end of that stream over people giving him money. That was worse than my fucking Fresh Garbage rage. Okay, you may or may not agree with that, but that was worse than my Fresh Garbage rage.
I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, Hussy's situation was a lot worse, was absolutely a lot worse. And honestly, when the way the rest of the internet reacted to Fresh Garbage, to me, I didn't see that as anger. Maybe he was a little bit over the top. To me, I just saw a man who was actually frustrated. I thought that was pure frustration. I didn't take that as anger.
Now y'all did. Oh, that was another thing. Was he was saying I was deleting DMs? Hussy, I haven't deleted anything. If I was deleting DMs, I wouldn't be able to show them. I haven't deleted anything. I don't know what you're talking. Maybe they're deleted on your end because you blocked me.
Karma, no one likes you.
Count Joshua, thank you for the $5. $5. I appreciate it. Like, I don't know what you're on about. Like, you're just making shit up. And my problem with all of this is that he got upset over a comment. Oh, that's what it was. That's what I was talking about, was Kate Winslet. So Kate Winslet is in the chat. He's freaking out. He's losing his mind over people.
Oh, sorry guys, I just realized when I was recording this, I see that the chat went out on the stream. It was not me. So hopefully the chat will come back in, or hopefully I noticed and I fixed it. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out.
Questioning whether he should be taking money from Potato to put people on panel. He's losing his mind over this whole situation. And Kate Winslet makes a joke in the chat saying, I blame Woti. And like, I knew she was kidding. I'm not, like, as far as I know, I'm not beefing with Kate Winslet. I mean, I unmodded her, but I unmodded everybody. That wasn't personal or anything. But I knew she was joking. And so I said to her, I said, tell him to take my wrench. Which, by the way, if you're another content creator, don't feel obligated to give me a wrench, because I'm being honest. I want to be able to block people.
Oh yeah, so heads up you guys, sorry guys, I just skimmed forward to see if the chatters in his chat, it comes back on. No, it does not. I tried to resize it, it just looks stupid. So you're just gonna have to listen without seeing the chat, because trying to resize it, it didn't work, it looked dumb. So anyways, continuing.
In other people's chats, so I don't have to read people shitting on me for no reason. I have no qualms about saying that I'm willing to block people. But so that whole fucking thing happened. Kate Winslet said that. I said, take my wrench, and he took that personally. And then the next day, without ever DMing me, I am a terrible mod. Thank you, Lying Eyes. But without ever asking me, he goes on stream the next day and starts saying, oh, he told me to take his wrench, and he was questioning me about all this money and shit. And like, my feelings were genuinely hurt. Like, I was actually fucking hurt, because I've watched Hussy for fucking years. Maybe he doesn't know that because he doesn't pay attention to his audience, but I was watching him when he first went onto Twitch. And this whole, I've been paying attention to this for 11 years. That's not what I said. I said I've been live streaming for 11 years. I've only been doing this commentary channel for 2 years. I wouldn't even consider this part of Girl World anyway. But yeah, I've been side-eyeing Girl World for maybe like 5 or so years. So shit, I kind of lost my train of thought. So anyway, when Hussy, and I've always kind of felt the same. I think that shitting on Foodie Beauty and Amber Lynn is ridiculous when most of you are more unstable than Foodie Beauty and Amber Lynn. I'm sorry, but most.
Wait a minute now, Woti. I was with you 99% of the way here. MP is out here having fake relationship with the DoorDash guy. Now she's claiming that the DoorDash guy is stalking her. It's like, bitch, stop ordering 90% of your food on a daily. You know, the DoorDash guy is just texting you to let you know that your fucking food are at your door, for fuck's sake. And now we have my Canadian bacon over here in Syria, just so she can prove to the interwebs that she can, Peen is willing to be next to her. Like, come on now. I was with you 99% of the way.
Most of you are much worse than they are, with respect to the reaction channels, at least. I mean, I don't know everybody here, but so when he stopped shitting on Foodie Beauty, and I've said this to him directly, I hated you. I wouldn't say hated you, but I didn't like your content when you were shitting on Foodie Beauty. When you stopped was when I gave you a chance.
Oh my God, and you guys, side by story here. I found out that Foodie Beauty, my Canadian bacon, is the one that originally took down Hussy's channel. And Hussy's once in a while pops it into a channel. Oh, in our live streams. Oh my God, it couldn't be me. It could not be me.
You know, that's when I gave you a chance to, like, as a content creator, and I enjoyed his content, but I can't tell you, I can admit this much. I've had blinders on for this guy for a number of fucking years. And like I said, I don't know what's getting into him. I don't really care. But, you know, and for those of you that I think are like trying to rebuild the bridge here, as much as I appreciate it, and I would agree with you, I'm the one that's been wronged here, because Hussy, I didn't say, like I said, I didn't tell you to kill yourself, and I didn't threaten you, or I didn't accuse you of committing a crime. And then yet a couple days ago, he's on Fresh Garbage's panel, and him and Hecate start going after Vidal, and they start shitting on Vidal together, and now all of a sudden everything's kosher, everything's cool now. And then what else he said, you'll like this one, Alex, what else he said was that, because Hecate asked him about, well, what about Alex? And he's like, oh, I'll get over it.
updates on Hakate Hussy bullshit. So those two are back to fighting because Hussy keeps on flip-flopping on the situation. But then Hasu say Hakate is flip-flopping on the situation, so they're back to being frenemies, basically.
I didn't do any of this to you, hussy. All I did was fucking not. You wanted me. And in fact, I don't even know why you did that stream today. Because you literally showed everybody you were making me pick between you and Hakate. And I told you I don't have enough information to make that decision. I meant that.
I mean, that part I get it as human beings want to be validated, you know? But it's not fair if you're in a fight with somebody and you know both parties. The neutral person is friends with both of you. You should not make that person choose. You should allow those people or the person to come to the conclusions on their own. You should not be forcing them to choose sides because that never ever works out very well.
Didn't have enough information at that time. I do have the information now. You want to hear what I have to say about it? Hakate was right. You received revenge porn and then you went on a stream and laughed about it. Now, Hakate, I have to get at you too. That's not his fault that he received revenge porn and enjoyed it, okay? Now, all of that being said, what I think that they were, because that's, but, and Hakate, were you blaming him for as if he was the reason, or did you just say that he was receiving it?
Well, I think in the beginning, it was the former, but now it's the latter. That's how it's being perceived now. Was the former, now it's the latter.
I never said it was his fault, but I don't like normalizing. I never blamed him. We talked it out on Fresh Garbage's panel. I said he received it. Oh, so you weren't accusing him of a crime, right? And this is what I...
To be fair, that is not how it actually started, but whatever. Whatevs, man.
mean is like, if you people would just sit down and like talk about this shit rationally, you know, we might be able to get somewhere with this.
Yay! It looks like I caught the fact that the chat was out, but sorry you guys, it was the end of the segment when I caught that the chat was not popping up. But anyways, at least you get something else to stare at for the last leg of this live stream.
I've had men show me pictures like that before. And maybe I kind of got to get on to Jessica Mesca about this a little bit because, and this is me being optimistic and thinking you can all read my mind, okay? So hear me out. What I would have liked to see in that conversation was somebody to say, if this man is willing to send you revenge porn of his wife, then what do you think he's going to do with your pictures?
And honestly, this whole entire conversation with Hussy and receiving unwarranted pictures is stupid. Let the shit go. He was on fucking Tinder, for God's sake. Why are people on Tinder? This is not a site where you go to find meaningful relationships, unless if they change the business practices. But for fuck's sake, let it go. It's a dead horse. It's beyond dead. Let it rot.
I'm pretty sure if anybody had just said something along those lines, something in that ballpark, I don't think that Tasha and Hakate would have taken it the way they did. I just think that if you had, dismissed the guy for being a scumbag and sending out nude photos of his wife, just completely unprompted, and not to mention, why is he supposed to assume a gay man wants to watch him fuck a woman? You know, I was bribed to be here. Well, thank you. Okay, do I get a cut, Alex? Angry Alex, do I get a cut? But Hussy, you want to talk about people allowing things, okay? I'm going to need somebody to go get a hold of Yato very quickly because I'm going to kind of give deference to him on this one. The discussion was about me. You can see there are multiple other people talking about me. No, he said, I am 2 weeks behind. I don't feel comfortable answering. The Kate thing was a joke. It was admitted as much. Worse, the internet has a right to his opinion. Who's the rogue mod? He's weird with kids. Okay. Now, Yato said something completely different, like, moments before. If somebody could grab Yato and ask him, because, Yato, all I've ever done to you is I've said you look like Daryl Brooks and I made jokes about you driving through a Christmas parade. They were literally just jokes, okay? I'm willing to believe that this is someone else on a fake account. I'm willing to believe this is a completely fake screenshot. I'm willing to believe that you were talking about somebody else, that this is out of context. But if you could come, I mean, come lie to me. I don't care. But if you could come clarify this, please, before I drive through a goddamn Christmas parade, I would appreciate it.
And side note, do we really know why is Hussy falling out with everybody? What is going on with Hussy? Yes, I get it. You're going to court. You're stressed. But that does not excuse you taking it out on people, especially everybody. Yes, I get it. We all lash out. But you're like systematically taking it out on everybody. And these people you're taking it out on are people who are supporting you. It makes no sense.
He's weird with kids. I really don't know where this is coming from. Pretty sure it's out of context. I hope so. I don't think, because he said something very contradictory like a few minutes earlier, which was, worse, the internet's just standing on business, get off his back, or something like this. Do I believe Yato would say some shit like that? I don't know, maybe. But like, I'd like to think that he didn't, there's some context I'm missing from that. But yeah, the long and the short of it is that Hussy's lying. This was absolutely about me picking his side over Azria's. When I told him straight up, I didn't know what was going on. I've been out of the loop. I still don't know about the whole Belinda swatted you thing, but apparently even Hikate said she was lying or some shit. I don't care about your stupid interpersonal shit. I have been actually researching Zoom. I don't have to show any of you anything, by the way. I've been doing my own thing, and I've literally been talking to people that were actually doxxed and swatted by this guy. So I just don't want to hear it, you know, with this stupid shit. There were definitely 2 Yatos in there that day. I don't think that one was him. Thank you, Carrie, because that's what that's what I want to believe. I hope Yato can come clarify this or something, but that's what I want to believe. But then we get back.
Oh, yes. There's been a Yato fake account floating around, and there's been other people's fake accounts floating around lately. I noticed that too.
To this whole Azria thing and what happened here, you know, I mostly explained it, which was, I went off on Fresh Garbage. I was asking for receipts. God forbid, by the way, that I was asking Fresh Garbage for receipts. But how dare I? And then I get posted on the farm saying that I'm defending Zoom or I'm defending the bodega. I can point to 2 instances in Fresh Garbage's last panel where she said that Zoom was just doing age play. And another instance where, when she was talking about Yaba's baby daddy, that she said, all I ever think about is his big ears, LOL. Like, just literally laughed about the whole fucking thing.
In regards to that, Fresh Garbage was referring to Yaba's tweet. That's exactly what Yaba said about her baby daddy. So, clearing that one up.
And I think I think a lot of you are proving my point, which was that all I asked for was receipts. And all I've heard ever since then is, why is anyone bringing this up? Why? We already discussed this. Blah. It's fine. I understand that you discussed it. Like I said, I'm new here. I want to learn. That's all. I would love to see, Alex, if you have videos on this, and same thing with Belinda. If you have videos on this that you personally did, I would love to see them. Upload them to Odyssey or Rumble, or hell, I'll buy a goddamn file server and host it there myself. You know what I mean? Like, or y'all just have to send it to me. My email is open. My Signal is open, and it's in my bio. Hit me up anytime. I am not judging any of you. I'm not doubting any of you. I just want to see the information for myself. Are you talking about, you said that you had done some streams about Zoom, right? I just couldn't find them on your channel. But if you had done some streams about Zoom, I'd love to see them. It's not me accusing you or anything other than I would just like to see it. And as a whole general thing, I agree with the idea that Hikate shouldn't have run and just done that stream so quickly. I think even she admits that to some extent, was that she was pissed, she was mad, and I get why she was there. You know, I can listen to her and understand why she was just like lashing out. And the other thing too is the amount of times everybody keeps saying, well, we already discussed this, why are we talking about this? Y'all are making yourselves look suspicious.
Wait, put in my 2 cents. We're in Girl World. This is not the hunting a predator community. Like, if you want, sorry, people are like setting off the damn firecracker thingies. If you want everybody to be so into this, you're in the wrong community for that. Go into the predator, catching a predator community. That's what a lot of people are saying. Like, we're into fat girl shit over here. We're not into to catch a predator. That's what a lot of people are telling Azria. It's so that people don't want to, people don't want to talk about it, not in this community. If this is what you want to do, go into the to catch a predator community. That's what most people are saying.
Like, people are just trying to figure this out. I never said this about Zoom. I shared the Kiwi Farms link. Oh, okay. So you didn't actually. Again, I'm not judging you. I'm only asking. If you didn't make content on it, I don't blame you. It's a very sensitive subject. I'm not making content on it at the moment. Like I said, because I'm still trying to learn. But you know, I thought you had said that you had discussed it on your stream. If all you did was share the farms link, that's totally fine. But like I said, I would just like something just more tangible. And I actually found a video that actually kind of does explain things pretty well. But I'm keeping it to myself right now, okay? I'm gatekeeping now. So, but look, either way, I think everybody needs to sit down and talk and not accuse people of things and not lash out at people like.
But yes, you guys, that's how Woti responded to Hussy's claims. And he did a really good job. He was very well measured. He got straight to the point. He debunked whatever points Hussy was trying to make. Fantastic. Great job, rest of the internet. But yeah, you guys, that's it for this one. Please do me a favor and do all the YouTube things. And I will catch you in the next video. Later. Bye-bye.